Hello again, everybody. Trend Capture Day Trader here with what I believe is a pretty good E-mini S&P day trading program. The first 2 weeks of the trading room went very well. One of the things that we were looking to do within those 2 weeks was to come up with a ES day trading platform, much like the Euro day trading platform that we came up with, or system. And I have been working on that, and I told all the members of the room that I would have it done by this coming Monday. So it will be done by this coming Monday because it's done now. Here are some of the basics of the system. The initial stop loss is 3/4 of a point, or 3 ticks. This uses the standard 3-lot target profits and outs. The first target out is 3/4 of a point. The second target out is 1 1/4 points. And after that second out, you move your stop to break even. This is a little different than the Euro rule, because the Euro rule, you move your stop to break even after the first out. On this one, you move your stop to break even after the second out. And the third target is your runner. As soon as you meet your second target, you're looking to put a 3/4 point trailing stop in after you reach 2 points. So you get your second profit, your second out of 1 1/4 points. You wait for it to get to 2 points, and then you put in a 3/4 point trailing stop for your third target and let the market take you out. The trading on this would begin at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, United States, and it would go all the way to 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time, United States. So let's get right at it, and I'll show you what I've come up with here. As usual, we've got the flow indicators down here, which both of these need to be green on a touch of the lower green band to warn along, and both of these need to be red and a touch of the red band for a short. You'll notice too, this differentiates a little bit from the Euro model in that we wait until we see what the next bar is after the trigger. If it is in agreement with the trigger bar, then we go long. This saves a lot of the emergency outs that were associated with the Euro model. So that being said, we had a long here at 10:51.50, right at about 8:32. And from your entry to the high was 3 points. Not saying you're going to get a full 3 points. I'm saying that it was 3 points from entry to the high. Therefore, you would have gotten your first out and your second out, and your third out more than likely would have been 2 1/4 points. Next was a long at 8:44 at 10:53.50. That was stopped for a 3-tick loss. Almost got to our first out at 75 cents, but not quite. Third was another long at 9:13, 10:52.75. That was good for 1 1/2 points from your entry to the high. Your next was a short entry at 10:49.75. As you can see, you touched the upper red channel, reversed and closed down the low with the bar, and both of your flow indicators are red. Then we wait for the next bar to finish forming. If it agrees with the trigger bar, we enter, and this agreed with the trigger bar. That was good for 5 1/2 points from the entry to the low for the move. Next was another short at 10:45.25. That was 7 points from your entry to the low of the move. More than likely, you would have been stopped out on a trailing stop right up in here with about 6 points of profit. Next was a short at 10:40 That came at about 10.05. That was good for 1.5 points. Another short right here at 10.39.50. That was good for 2.25 points. Another short at 10.40.50. Right here you would have entered and you would have gotten stopped out with a 3-tick loss. So we've got 2 3-tick loss stop outs so far. Very manageable. Have another long here at 10.46. That was good for 2.75 points as the trailing stop was hit and would have taken you out of your third position. If you want to make your trailing stop a little bigger, you can. In this case, you missed out on all of this upward movement because the trailing stop was so tight. However, the trailing stop has been tested and it is the ideal trailing stop. It's another long at 10.50 at 10.56 a.m. That was good for 6.75 points, and the trailing stop was hit on this, and you missed out on about 3 more points. Another nice trade though. Another long here at 10.57.50. That was stopped out for a 3-tick loss. It actually got to our profit target of 0.75 point. However, it never made it on the bid, so we would have never been executed. Therefore, we never got, in the real world, we never got to the first profit target. So that was a stop out of 3 ticks. Right here was a long at 10.57.50. That was good for 2.25 points from the execution to the high. We have 2 more longs here. One for 2.25, the other for 1.25, and the third ultimately was stopped out at break even. And as you can see, once again, it did move higher. But we walked away with 2 of our profit targets and the last one at break even, so I'm certainly not going to be complaining. And the last trade of the day came at 3:20 p.m. Eastern Time. It was long at 10.61, and from your entry to the high was 2.75 points. So 3 stop outs and some really good trades. I think the guys in the trading room are going to be really pleased with these results. And we'll trade it live on Monday and see exactly what we get. If you're interested in the live trading room, you can get a guest pass for 2 weeks at no charge. All you have to do is go to tcfreetrial.blogspot.com. That's tcfreetrial.blogspot.com, and there will be a link and a password there for you to enter the room. Or you can always send me an email, and I will send you the link and the password. My email is tradecapture, TRADECAPTURE, @gmail.com. That being said, I look forward to seeing some of you in the trading room. I look forward to seeing all my students there on Monday. Have a good day trading on Monday, and let's all be profitable.